listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Monday, 12/22/25. Just a few more days till Christmas. And then after that, New Year's. And then after that, we make history. Well, that's right, everybody. Because you know what's going to happen in 26? Not a dang ding and disclosure. There's not going to be anything. Hey, how about that 3-Eye Atlas? Mwah, mwah, mwah. What a beautiful show she put on for everybody. I couldn't be more bored. It's like, who gives a shiite? Yes, it's unusual. Yes, it spouted another fountain the other way. Ooh, it's pressurized, you schmohawks. It's a pressurized rock or something. That's why it's got all these weird emissions or no emissions at all. How could it not have a tail? All the other comets we've had tail. This is an interstellar comet. This is something you know nothing about because we've only had 3 in the history of telescopic inspections that I know of. That was weird. Telescopic inspections? How about astronomy viewers or astronomers? Yeah, that's a little more in the ballpark. But put me to sleep, why don't you? Avi Loeb is so overplayed in this. The Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb. Hello, everybody, it's me. And all he cares about is, look, I'm the first one who said this could be. Now, I didn't say with 100% it is, but it should have been. It should have been. It should have been. Should have been what? Alien. Oh, okay. Because everything we thought this comet was going to do, it done. It done. It done. That's a shame. I know. Richard, listen to me. I'm going to tell you something now that nobody knows. Are you ready for me, Avi Loeb, the Harvard astrophysicist, astronomer, nobody, to give you something that you could use? I'm even tired of doing the voice. Richard, I could tell you the chicken came before the egg. Can I prove it? Anyway, we got to stop the whistleblowers. Richard, because they're committing treason for nothing. Literally nothing. Richard! And I don't know why people are engaging this tactic of the whistleblower, one after another, after another, after another. Hey, Richard, what, Avi? Let me tell you something. I can't do it anymore. I have said this many, many times before in the past. Let's just stop with the whistleblower talk and just get to the evidence. So I don't know what they're afraid of. Why they, on that side of ufology, who basically makes the call for the narrative that we're seeing, they want whistleblower action without any evidence still. And I say no more. And a lot of people think, and I don't know why they think this. Oh, I do know why. I'm just saying it. But they think because they're ready for disclosure, they think the world is. I want you guys. Well, I'm going to do it myself. Now that I'm healthier, I'm going to go out in public and start asking questions again, which I have with Rich Saves America. I've talked to people about aliens when I wore the alien mask. So I'm going to go back and do that again. But I guarantee it, 19 out of 20 people I talk to will not know anything that's going on in ufology. Man, my microphone's picking up all sorts of stuff. Well, this new headset, I hate it. It's not comfortable. The reviews say, oh, it's comfortable. It's not. It's not. And it hurts. Like at the end of the show, like my earlobe hurts, like not the earlobe, but like that cartilage area. Yeah, it just doesn't sit right on the ears. Anywho. And I don't like the sound that comes. It's very cheap. They were cheap. All right. So tonight I want to talk about, I just did the whistleblower thing. Right? It's like, why bother? And no, we're not ready for disclosure. The world is not ready. We'll go over why. Right after we find out who's here. I don't expect a lot of people to be here this week. Every Christmas week, it's like this. We lose a lot of people. People are shopping. People are with family and friends and relatives. What's up, Dorothy? How you doing? Thank you. And hope you're doing well. Juge Anje. What do you say, the angel of Gufan and RSA? Welcome to the show. It's Mr. Yates. What do you say, BY? Good to see you, man. Kelly Lewis, the EW is here. Good to see you too. Welcome to the show. There he is. Exactly. Yeah, it's not the rooster. To the show. You were earlier. You were at RSA too. Thank you. There's the Thor man. What's up, Mr. Penku? Welcome. Cindy Krause, how you doing again? Good to see you. Andrew Fricker. Man, where you been hiding? How you doing? Happy holidays. Merry Christmas and all that. New Year's. Good to see you. Myra, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Ah, there he is, Dan. How you doing, Mr. Peters? Good to see everybody. Welcome to the show, Mr. Peters. I hope you guys just heard that. Did you just hear somebody say, all right? Wow. That was weird. I don't know where it came from. What's up, UFO 91501, was it? How you doing? Oh, thank you. Well, thank you. I guess it is. Good to see everybody. Thank you very much for saying that. All right. Well, if I didn't say your name, it doesn't mean I don't love you. It means we got a lot of show to do. And we got to start. Look. So next year, I'm thinking of changing things up a little bit. You know, of course, you hear me complain about a lot of stuff about how shadow ban, da. Apparently I'm not, but it sure does seem that way. So I got to try different things. So we're still going to do the show. And I'm going to be putting videos out like a news source, like every couple of hours. So if something drops, I'm going to make a video, premiere it, and then you guys could watch it, whatever. You know what I mean? So I'm going to do that on top of the shorts and on top of starting to do interviews again. So I want to do a lot. I think I'm not doing enough. One show a night is not good enough. I think I need to turn it up. So Rich Saves America is not going on hold. I'm just not doing the audits as much. It costs money every time I go. And I can only go when I can. So, and now I got to go out to further and further because I've recorded everywhere where I live. And you don't want to shit where you eat. I don't want people to recognize me at the store where I live and go, you're the asshole on the corner who recorded me. You know? Although it would be a good video, would you say? So I don't know. Just expect a lot more shit. I know I say it, but I got to do it. And I think I'm going to. I figured it out. I figured out a way I could just schedule myself like I'm working again. That's what I used to do. Just a lot. The hours in the morning for Goof On, the hours in the afternoon for RSA, do the live shows, do it again every day. That's it. It's easy. All right. Not that you needed to hear that, but things will be changing. I don't know if I was going to. Oh, yeah, that's why I brought it up. I am hearing all sorts of background noise. Like this microphone all of a sudden let me see if something happened. I'm afraid to touch it because it'll turn them. I got to get a new mic. Yeah, maybe the gain is up a little bit. I don't know. I need a new mic. Yeah, definitely. This one, you touch the wires and it shorts out, and then I have to restart the computer during the show. So, all right, let's get to work. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. And if you guys know what to do if you want to help support. I just need subscribers. I need people to subscribe. So Gary Nolan, how about that guy? Where's he been hiding? He's been out there on the circuit. It's just, not much has been said. Well, Vetted picked up some things that was said by good old Gary P. Nolan, and the P is not for professor. Here we go. Check this stuff out. We'll talk. Giddy up.
About this.
Psionics is a hypothesis. I know it's kind of in...
I haven't watched this yet. Psionics is a hypothesis?
Vogue right now to talk about, and people claim psionic interactions. I have not seen the kind of scientific study done that validates it.
Oh my God, that's amazing already. All right, I'll shut up.
Whatever they are interacting and changing human DNA.
Well, if at some point they wanted to alter us at that level, as a geneticist.
I mean, sure, they could, let's say, but you would have to have a totality of understanding of how DNA operates. The problem, of course, is what I raised was social contagion, in that you can influence others and their stories just by having heard it previously, which is why, for instance, Jacques Vallée says, if you think you've had an experience, don't go undergo hypnosis, because you're contaminated by stuff, stuff you've seen on TV. And all the hypnosis might do is consolidate an untrue memory.
What is going on? So Gary just literally upended the entire research. What am I trying to say? He just dismantled everything that is, what do you call it? I can't think of I want the word when they go into your head. Not hypnotherapy, something else. Oh, regression. So yeah. So they do that, hypnotic regression. And Gary Nolan says, nope, paraphrasing, but he said, no, it's wrong. You can't. You're contaminating your real memories with, made up stuff. Wow. So 60 plus years since Betty and Barney Hill, pretty much, right? Weren't they the first ones to be hypno-regressed and came up with all those fantastical claims? Something like that. My God. Gary P. Nolan told the truth right there. Isn't that weird? And he didn't even know it. He didn't even think. Oh, what am I doing? I'm watching it without you. I'm like, this is great. All right, you didn't miss anything.
All right, veterans, please hit that like button. That really helps out the videos. And of course, if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, y'all. All right, so what's today's video about? Well, it's about psionics. You see, Dr. Gary Nolan just did this interview that's really not getting a lot of attention, to be honest with you. And it's really quite an interesting conversation. And being that Dr. Gary Nolan has been part of Skywatcher, his comments on psionics were really interesting, especially since I have the trailer for my upcoming psionics documentary coming out tomorrow. So make sure and check that out. I'll put a link down.
That's pretty cool. I want to watch that. I wish we could all watch it here.
Below. Okay. And maybe by the time you see this, it's already out. But, I'm on this psionics run right now, right? I've went through a whole journey looking into it. So hearing Dr. Gary Nolan's comments about psionics was really quite interesting. And it's very nuanced, a very reasonable response. And I'll be honest, it's not what I was expecting him to say. And I also have some other clips because during this conversation, Dr. Gary Nolan also said some other things, along with a couple of the other hosts that were part of this conversation. Brought up some good points, asked some really good questions, and I think they came from viewers too. It was really good. So we have some interesting things to cover. But first, let's start with what Dr. Gary Nolan had to say about psionics.
What are your thoughts on psionics, who can tether with technology and the conversations they can have? How does this relate to AI data and the control system hypothesis?
Well, so psionics is a hypothesis. I know it's kind of in vogue right now to talk about, and people claim psionic interactions.
Look at the question. What are your thoughts on psionics who can tether with technology and the conversations they can have? In other words, mind melding with technology and have conversations with them or it. What? But there's just no proof that it works. And I've looked at it all. Well, we'll see the movie tomorrow. We'll talk about it Friday. Wednesday.
And my hesitation is because I know people who claim to have this ability. I have not seen the kind of scientific study done. that validates it.
Thank
Now,
you.
I know of people.
That's Gary Nolan? Damn, what he's telling the truth? I love it. Oh, love it.
People who claim that they can do it on a regular basis, and I know the people who claim that go out and do it. So it's a hypothesis yet to be at least confirmed at a level that I know I could talk to another one of my colleagues, in my arena, and say, hey, you should look at this paper that just got published on this.
Okay, so this is super interesting. He's just calling it a hypothesis. Again, I'm not saying he's wrong or right. He's the smart one, not me. But just considering his connection with Skywatcher, like he knows people who've done it. Yeah, Skywatcher, right? He's been a part of Skywatcher and talked with them. And he went out. He's been in some of their videos. And they are all about psionic assets. And that was their whole thing, right? To go out, use psionic assets.
This is what I mean when I said Gary Nolan accidentally told the truth. He forgot where he was. Yeah, that's why this is going to come. That's why they're not pushing it out on social media or anywhere, because he fucked up. Excuse my French, but.
Assets to summon UFOs, then use a gentleman by the name of James Fowler, use his technology to then sort of, also bring them out. It was sort of like a dog whistle. I guess it was a mix, and then capture all of this on video. And basically what he's saying is he hasn't seen anything that, convince him yet.
Dr. Nolan was there, and this was his perspective.
Look at that beady-eyed. He is just. I think he's an alien. I'm telling you. Look at him. Does that guy not look weird? No, Gary P. Nolan accidentally told the truth. And now he's there with the guys who claim that they can psionic their way to an alien space invitation at their backyard, waiting for them to arrive. Allegedly, he sees these. Sees these? Yeah, he sees these. And then says, I've never seen evidence of it. Say word? How is that possible? Now you got a little more evidence on Gary P. Nolan lying. And caught.
I personally didn't see anything in the sky or on the ground, but what I did see was an individual who, in the midst of attempting to call such an object, exactly at the moment that he said he was interacting with something, the individual.
Wait, what he just said didn't make sense. He said, I saw a guy admit he was talking to something that, listen, what he just repeated what he said. But that's weird. It didn't make sense to me. Maybe because, I'm weird.
See anything in the sky or on the ground.
Look.
But what I did see was an individual who, in the midst of attempting to call such an object, exactly at the moment.
At the moment he was trying to call a subject.
That he said he was interacting with something.
And that's when he said he was interacting with them. Of course that's when it happened. When else would it happen? When they weren't talking to him? He communicates even when they're not talking to him. Shut the. That's what he just said. I thought I heard it wrong the first time. I replayed it the second time. I knew I heard it right the first time. This is so weird. Am I wrong? I'm losing my mind. Listen.
Individual who, in the midst of attempting to call such an object, exactly at the moment that he said.
That was edited right there. Maybe that's why. Didn't it sound edited, like there was an edit?
Personally, didn't see anything in the sky or on the ground. But what I did see was an individual who, in the midst of attempting to call such an object, exactly at the moment that he said he was interacting with something.
He was calling something when he heard something reaching out for him, basically. What Gary Nolan just said really, it's stupid. So, right, I'm feeling something and I'm looking for something at the same time they showed up. I get it. I get it. What else would he have said? I didn't even know. I didn't feel anything. I guess psionics doesn't work because they were already here. No, he's got to lie. He's got to say he felt something. He talked to him because when he saw it, that's when he said it. Whatever, balloon, drone, bird. You know it's not real. You know it. Everybody here knows psionics is bullshit. It is. It is. Isn't it? Look, you know, I don't know. I really don't. These people just don't seem credible to me. And I'm going to say something now that's going to be a little hypocritical because I tried and I thought they heard me, but I never heard them. Okay? I thought they heard me. But I never heard. Only in dreams that I ever had, or whatever. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was a dream, maybe it wasn't. But yeah, I see, I never had this kind of like psionic. I was doing psionics before psionics, you know? I was doing the CE5 type of stuff before I knew about CE5. I mean, we're talking 19, 20 years ago. You know? And maybe they heard. Maybe I didn't hear. I don't know. I don't know. I don't believe it.
The individual on the roof who had the cameras saw something. When we reviewed what it was that the person on the roof had seen, something showed up. I mean, it was...
Dude, look at the evidence they're showing us. Are you kidding me? That is absolutely horrid. I would be there is nothing on my UFO website that is that faded or blurry or faded or faint. God almighty. It could be just about anything, couldn't it? Anything that floats, flies, or flams.
Fleeting, but it was clearly not a bug. And so...
How could he say it's clearly not a bug? I've seen bugs that look like that, you schmuck.
What do I have? I have a person who claims to be doing something. It was clear that he was in distress at the moment of the supposed interaction. And at that moment, something is seen. What do you have? You have a correlation.
And really, everyone's been wondering what Skywatcher's been doing, right? Because they were allegedly in this sort of data, you know, not capturing, because that's what all the field studies were, but sort of analyzing all of the data, right? That's what they've been doing for so long because they've been so quiet, right? So I don't know. This was just interesting to hear Dr. Gary Nolan say this, to be honest with you. And if I can also be honest, I would love to interview Dr. Gary Nolan about this specifically. Of course, other things that he's discussed. He's just a great person to talk to.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. Now, the next subject of matter. I saw this. Yeah, Rose Cuckold is making the rounds on X a lot.
October, Skywatcher's page last post was August. Their momentum has stopped dead. Feels strange, ?
It does feel strange, and I don't know what's going on. What I'm told officially that Skywatcher's moved beyond the field investigation phase and that they're now doing data analysis, which I have to say was a surprise to some of the people I was talking to inside Skywatcher. They thought that the field studies were going to be continuing.
You know why, right? Because they didn't catch anything. They gave up already. There's nothing for them to see. Right? Right?
It may have something to do with the fact that James Fowler has left working with Skywatcher, and he provided a lot of the technical equipment that allowed for the monitoring and videoing of phenomena, including the detection and tracking. And
so what? Get your own equipment. It's not cheap, but you can get it. They can get it. They know they have connections. This is weird.
And obviously the attraction using the so-called dog whistle. I would be speculating. I haven't spoken to Jake recently. I will reach out to him. I'll ask him what's going on. I'm aware of a few things that have been going on about Skywatcher that I can't talk about.
Oh, but I can, because I heard some things too. Yeah. I heard they don't see eye to eye and don't really believe what the other person's doing is ethical. Ethical? You'll see. It'll come out.
I wish I could talk more fully, but basically, last time we heard...
So that means if there's some ethical issues, somebody's lying out there, eh?
From them, the official explanation was that they were at the data analysis stage. And yes, I think we're long overdue for an update.
And look, to be fair, Skywatcher...
That's not what I thought Rose Cuckold was talking about on X, but
Skywatcher still has till January for their 1 year promise they made, right? They said that came out in January, mid-January, so, or near the end of January. So they still have time to, come back out. And I have a feeling they're going to be coming out in the new year. I don't know that, but I have a feeling they are. And Skywatcher is mentioned in our documentary. It's not in the trailer at all, but it is in the documentary. We do talk about it because I was trying to get an interview with Jake Barber the whole time, and I couldn't. He had offered potentially to bring me out to the Skywatcher facility so that I could witness what they did and even participate in some of the field studies. But he needed to check with people, this, that, and the other, and it didn't happen. And in fact, they just stopped doing interviews altogether. So I felt like it wasn't just me.
That's bullcrap. You want to be a part of the public and get our support. You got to be transparent. They're doing exactly what the government does.
It was just, they just stopped doing it altogether. And all their, quote, psionic assets are now out on their own, doing their own thing. I mean, I even interviewed Mike Batista, who was with Skywatcher before. And when I interviewed him, he said he couldn't talk about Skywatcher because of an NDA.
We'll get back to that a little later. Yeah, Gary Nolan was the reason I wanted to go there. Gary Nolan knows everything now. Gary Nolan might be one of the worst as far as going to for information. If you want to talk about your brain and how to dissect it properly to look for issues with cellular structure and chaos and mayhem, you go to him, right? He created and invented that scanning machine to see how the brain reacts in certain situations and other things it does. It's really good for the UFO community, especially the pilots who have been allegedly close to these UFOs, where it could have some physical effect on their DNA and of course, their body, but it could change. We don't know if it changes DNA, but that'd be weird. That'd be weird. So there's, oh my God. So I don't know if you guys heard. Did you know disclosure is now coming in 2030? Yep. They moved it up. Well, now we've got 4 years to go. That's it. I thought it was going to be this year. Darn it. Hey, man. Oh, there it is. I thought I lost the... It's so weird. The biggest... From Beatrice Villarreal, who I like, posted, the biggest mistake by anyone who dismisses the transients as emulsion defects is thinking this solves the problem. What am I looking at? If all transients were proven to be emulsion defects, the anomaly wouldn't disappear. It would move from observable astronomy to psi research. And one would then have to explain who supposedly locale random processes in photographic emulsion systematically avoid Earth's shadow and correlate with major events such as nuclear bomb tests or waves of UFO sightings. What? Nick West says, I feel like this statistical correlation needs to be independently replicated. Yeah. Until then, yeah, it's interesting, but it seems like one of those things that generally does not pan out. Well, we shall see. Check back in 5 years. It's always like that. Hold on. Where's the 2030 person? Will you open the champagne bottle on December 22nd, 2030 if it pans out or only if it doesn't? I have no plans either way. So they're talking about another 5 years. And I am looking for the video that was, oh yeah, they did remove it. Here's the title, Faster Than Light Neutrino. Oh. Well, dang it. They always do that to me. So a couple days ago, Friday, I was playing Weaponized. And I stopped it because we kind of ran out of time. I want to continue where I left off. I want you to hear, because I listened to this, I want you to hear some things that was being said on Weaponized. You got Tim Burchett, Luna, Burleson. They're all there. Check this out. We'll continue where I don't even need to move the dial. But UFO gatekeepers is what they're being called. That's what Jeremy calls them. These are the UFO gatekeepers now.
Important, and that was a monumental moment when Rep Burleson and your whole team put forward some footage. So yeah, I guess kick it to Rep Burchett now. How you doing, my friend? I would love to hear where you're at on all of this. You've really fought
I don't know why
hard
it looks
with
like
all this. Where are we at?
Well, I'm honored to be here with you, especially with Representative Luna and Representative Burleson. They've really been in the trenches with me. I get patted on the back a lot just because, you know, I've my incredible good looks, I guess, puts me at the spotlight. But these two really, really ask the tough questions in the closed door meetings, and they push it, and they push the envelope, which they should. I'm completely discouraged, as always, with this thing, as I was the very first time we met, Jeremy. And George, thank you, brother. I've always admired your journalistic integrity back when I was I hate to say this, always makes people feel bad. Back when I was a kid, I watched you and, you know, in Area 51 and all the rest of it. It's just, yeah, when Jeremy and I first contacted each other and said that he was going to bring you along, I was a little starstruck, as we meant. I mean, I've hung out with Kid Rock, so there you go. That tells you anything. And I will tell you, my dad would be very impressed with your office right there. My dad used to have a thing that said a clean desk is the sign of a sick mind. So obviously your mental capacity is very well as I'm working.
As I sit here at the clean desk.
Yeah. But anyway, no, until we can get some good, you know, I've said this many times, until either somebody walks out of a lab with something undeniable proof and we can get it on YouTube before they're suicided, or the President of the United States comes to it. Everybody says, well, President Trump ran on this. Not really. It's kind of like Epstein stuff. They just asked him at a press conference once or twice about it, and he said, yeah, sure, let's release it. And now somebody's obviously got his ear, and we need to get to it. I trust Trump. I think he'll do the right thing. But until we get to that level, I think we're kind of spinning our wheels. I love to get people to come testify, but we get diminishing returns, as you all know. I mean, you all helped spearhead our very first hearing, which was incredible. I mean, they said it was the largest attended hearing in over 10 years. And so, and we broke some ground there, but I'm afraid we're just breaking the same dadgum ground right now. And we've got it. And with AI, I think we're getting set up a lot with stuff, not from you guys, but from some others that just get, they want to get a press release and they're going to put something out. And dadgummit, it looks great to me. I was looking at something this morning and I thought, well, if that's real, that's it. But, it's this AI stuff. If I don't see it with my own two dadgum eyes, I don't believe it anyway now.
Representative Burleson, do you feel frustrated by DOW and CIA and those agencies that they have contempt for Congress? And do you have something in mind that might make future hearings more productive?
Yeah, I appreciate the question. I think that we've had some amazing people come forward so far. I don't know how we top the level of credibility of the witnesses that have already come forward. That being said, I think if we have witnesses that have the smoking gun in their hands or have some different, very compelling evidence, then I think that would warrant having another hearing.
No more hearings without evidence. Please, please, please listen to the people. Why won't they listen to us? I don't care. Nobody cares about more whistleblower stories. Yeah, they're cool, but they're just repeats of what we've already heard. Great. It's confirmation. Great. It's happening more than we thought it was, right? I think it's always happening a lot, but so it's happening. Good. We know. We've heard 9 whistleblowers all say the same thing, just a little different here and there, right? That's it. That's it. It's time for the evidence. And if you can't do it, stop the charade. Stop putting people's lives in danger. These poor people, they didn't do anything to deserve to be attacked. First of all, I don't think anybody's been attacked. Just saying. I haven't seen it. They all say it. Oh, I've been attacked. By who? The government. Where? Show me. Show me. Does anybody know where I can find evidence of Lou Eliganzo being attacked? Where is that? Where? Where's the evidence that David Grushgrush was attacked? Other than that guy telling us, he had mental issues the night of his escapades when he lost his cool, talking about killing himself. Yeah, who doesn't? Come on. It's like life ain't easy, man. Sometimes you just feel like ending it, So he said it. Shouldn't have. Not out loud. So why are we listening to David Grushgrush? Why would he do this to himself? Doesn't make sense to me. But I tell you what does make sense is that that's his job. He's being paid to be a whistleblower. They all are. That makes sense to me. That's how they're acting. If they were so scared, don't do it. Why? What are you saying that hasn't already been said? Aren't you thinking like this? What makes you think that you're going to be the big martyr? You're going to get yourself hurt. You're going to get your family in precarious situations because you opened your mouth about something you shouldn't be. Even if it's real, even if it's fake, even if the whole thing's made up, it's a hoax just to cover our technologies. You're not supposed to do it. Not supposed to rat out your government. Now, on the flip side of that, the government is corrupt, is dirty, has endless amounts of money, resources, and know-how to pull off a hoax like this, conspiracy theory. They've got people all over the country just plants this and the story on there and fake sighting here and drone UAP there and Chinese balloon here and aliens over there in California. Come on. Really? Why would George Knapp hold on to aliens in Vegas for almost a month straight until the day before David Grush came out on News Nation? To get more likes and views. It's weird, right? More advertising and money for the company, for him. It's weird. It's a weird way to live. It's just so hard for them to do the right thing. Once you get in with the corruption, you're in forever. Can never get out. We're just going to ask you to do this one thing for us. Guess what? It's never that easy. Well, it didn't go the way we wanted it, and we need you to do one more thing for it. No, you said one. We have your daughter. Excuse me? We have your daughter. Do what we tell you to do, or she will have a haircut like you've never seen. Don't cut her hair. Whatever you do, don't cut her hair. All right. Pretty scary, man. I wouldn't want to be a whistleblower in the UFO world. You can't trust your own people. How sad is that? All right, let's talk about more sad news in this field. Atlas. No, not Teddy. No, not George. And no, not Mr. It's got a new tail now, or trail. Yeah, it's kind of cute. Yeah, I just got a picture. I'm not going to spend more than this on it. That's it. Just going to show you the picture, and we're going to move cadaddles. And let's get rid of this guy. Not interested in that anymore. I don't know. I just lost interest. It's the way it goes sometimes. Got a lot of show to do. There it is. Oh, boy. Wow, it's going 2 directions. It is kind of neat. I don't like all this noise. You know, I don't like the way they did that. Not a good look. The whole thing looks stupid. But it's an egg. There you go. There's the Atlas's dual. So, let's say it's heading this way, right? From right to left, going this way. And it's ejecting this behind it because it's breaking up, right? The ice is chipping away and the gases are really, it's a violent separation between ice and comet. For it to come out the front, because they were talking about Atlas having this golden reflective surface. I don't know if you remember when we talked about that last week. But this isn't that. This is an emission of some gas. So I'm wondering, is it spinning and the gas is just all around it and we just have this angle? I don't know. To where it looks like it's just, I don't know, it's weird. Atlas has been weird since the instant it came into our solar system. I'm just curious as to why all of a sudden we have, since 2016 or 17, 3 objects almost separated by 5 years, right? 2016, I believe, 2017 Oumuamua, 18, 19, 20, 21 was 4 years. Then you had the 3-2, whatever they call it, 3I2, whatever. And I forget the name, Borisov, was it? And then this one, 5 years later, 4 years later. So about every 4 years. So I wonder if there's like maybe a trail of these coming every 4 years, just one after the other. I like that they're different shapes, and it's interesting when these objects come in. I like it. I liked when Oumuamua was here. What I don't like is when Avi Loeb talks at all. I just can't handle it. I don't like it. And there's a reason why you don't like when I talk. Yeah, there is. We are ready. No, we're not. We are. No, we're not ready. We are. No, we're not ready for full alien UFO disclosure. No, we are. Ever had those conversations with yourself? Sucks. Because, I always lose. All right, what do we got here? Is disclosure going to happen? I don't know if this is Stephen Diener. You know the Dean?
Watch The Age of Disclosure, which is a Prime Video documentary. I think probably setting up this Spielberg movie, which I think looks fantastic, by the way, for a lot of reasons.
Damn.
But I'm all in on this. My husband hates it. He doesn't like the thought of there being...
And that's like Melania times 2. That's a Melania upgrade, right? Melania Trump upgrade. Yeah, she's attractive. And, I don't know why they do that. I can't concentrate. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm good.
Something else out there. But if you watch The Age of Disclosure and you watch some of these whistleblowers and what they're talking about with these crash sites, with this group inside the CIA that's like, I guess we would refer to it as the deep state, that has all these mysteries, and they've had...
Let me roll that back and let me hear her say deep state one more time.
For decades, and they're very, very cloak and dagger, and it's not transparent at all, even less transparent than the Epstein files, right, if you look at the redactions there. So I'm all in on this, and I think that the point that a lot of folks are making is we can't handle the truth, right? Another famous movie. That if people were to believe, or they were to know the truth about other life form, that they would be so freaked out that it would lead to mass panic and chaos. But I think we're there. We're ready for the age of disclosure. With everything crazy going on, men being women, furries, all this stuff, we can handle the aliens.
No, we cannot. That's where she's wrong. I'll tell you what will happen. This is exactly what's going to happen. Okay? Aliens, they're definitely real. It's a Monday, And we had no choice but to tell the world there's something that everybody can see with the naked eye. And you can, if you had good binoculars, you can see it's a ship. So the jig's up, right? And there's also some sort of code coming from it, maybe in Morse code or a signal that's been, defragged. And it says, we come in pieces, or we come to take pieces. No, we come in peace. Yeah, it was one of those. So, okay, friendly, bop-a-deep-a-dip. I want you to think about this. We can't handle a person's skin color being different than yours or mine. Well, you know what I mean. What makes anybody think we could handle an entire species that's better than us, probably? Let's just assume they are. In every way possible. They're bigger. They're better. Let's just say they're ugly. Let's just say they don't look anything like a human. Maybe they have 6 legs. They're different. We're just going to go with that. That would scare the living Shiite Muslim out of this world. There's no way I'm going to trust a 6-legged anything that can communicate telepathically and has the ability to fly anywhere with the ship that's silent and can disappear, cloak, enter my thoughts. No, thank you. Are you kidding me? When people find out that they can probably read your minds, people are going to lose. They're going to go hide. People are going to get scared. They're going to wear all this shit on their head, like I'm blocking out the signal, and it would be a very violent hello. The humans would be violent, of course. I don't know who would be, but I'm going to assume everybody. Everybody would unite on this one. This would bring the world together. Actually, this is what Werner von Braun talked about, right? Not wanted, but warned us about. The final card, the false flag, alien invasion. Find out it's fake, then now what? What if that happened? They get everybody acclimated to the alien ways and all their technologies. We come to find out there are no aliens. And that the technology that derived was from long ago, giving us the new advances in today's technology. Found archival stuff from humans. Say word. Say word. See, that's what it is. No, it's not. Can't be. It just isn't. It can't be. I want it to be, but then you know what brings me back to aliens? It's all of the people, the witnesses, the stories, my own experiences. People I know. How could everybody be hallucinating? For years, decades, thousands of years. No. There's something going on. There is. And I think the technology that we have was from us in the past who founded or came upon alien technology. Maybe a couple hundred years ago, maybe before America was America. I don't know. Maybe they found it when they got here. The settlers, they were digging, found some shit. I don't know. I'm just pissed because aliens, it's in the culture for a reason, and it's because we know of the stories. Nah, we're not ready. Not even close. Not even close. First of all, if there was to be disclosure, the announcement alone would get people in the streets by record numbers. We're talking about aliens. We're talking about intelligence. We're not just talking about the president. We're not talking about MAGA. We're not talking about shit. We're talking about a reality that is incredibly scary on every level. Everything. From our existence, right? To the way we get our food. How do we know they're not going to burn all the crops down? How do we know? How do we know they're not going to take out all the trees, drain the water? We don't know. We don't know. They would have done it by now. Mamma mia. They wouldn't. Maybe they want to see what happens. It's their planet too, I think. For some reason, I think they're stuck here. Maybe they landed here a long time ago. What if their ship, now get this, nobody ever said this before. I'm the first person to ever say this in history. What if the UFO that crashed in Earth was the same thing that took Atlantis out? What if it wasn't a meteor? What if it was a UFO? What if it was a big mothership? And it's embedded into the Earth 30 miles underneath the Atlantic Ocean. I don't know how big this thing was. I don't know. Could have been small. Could have been 7 feet by 3. I don't know. But it was going pretty fast enough to create a disturbance in the force. That's for damn sure. What if it was that? What if what took out the dinosaurs wasn't really a comet or an asteroid itself? Another crashed UFO? Nah, not that one. The reason I go with the Atlantis version, because that would to me seem more likely that the evidence would survive 12,500 years than 65 million years. So that was my train of thought on that. To choose Atlantis as a target for a mothership crashing into the planet, creating the tidal waves, the Upper Dryas thing. Nah. Hey, why not? It's just as good as Tesla with his weapon firing into the where was that? 1904. Freaking A, I can't believe I forgot. All right, let's finish this video.
Bring it on.
We love the aliens. E.T. was the first movie I saw in the theaters. That's a Spielberg movie, and it taught me that you can love the alien, but not trust the government. But Joe, you have a personal Spielberg feelings as well.
Yeah, well, I do. That's an off-camera story a little bit. I might have snuck into his private area there at the Universal lot. But, you know, I was thinking about this. Like, if we're going to take a Spielberg alien movie and say, hey, that's the truth, maybe we look at some of the ones he's already done. I mean, E.T. is a wonderful movie. Super 8 was a great movie. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Batteries Not Included, I think, is an amazing movie. He conceptualized that one. But the one that really stands out is Cowboys and Aliens. Like, if that becomes real, then if he's going to be prophesying the truth with his alien movies, of which there are many, I think Cowboys and Aliens is where it's going to be. I really do, Tommy. I mean, I think we can take them, number one, and we can do it with a break action and a 6-shooter.
Well, I think it depends on what kind of aliens we're talking about. Because E.T. is very friendly, and if that's what the aliens are, then great. But if the aliens are different kinds of aliens, then it might not go so well. And I generally avoid topics like this, unlike, for example, Tommy or our colleague Brett Baer, who loves these stories. I generally tune out from them, and I think it comes back to this time of year, 8th grade. We were done with our classwork, and our science teacher in 8th grade had us watch the movie Aliens, the sequel to Alien, in class. And it absolutely terrified me. And I had to pretend not to be scared because I was an 8th grade boy, but I was scared. And so I think generally Aliens, I just shut my brain down to all of these stories based on that triggering event.
Oh my God, what a wimp. Dude, my dad took me and my sister, who's 4 years older, to see that movie at the Cine Capri. Oh, I was 13. Wait, what is it? 80? Oh, no, I was 18. Yeah. 16. Yeah, 16. But I also was taken to the theater to see Friday the 13th. That was before that. I mean, this guy's 8th grade. And when you're in the 8th grade, you're understanding sex, drugs. You're starting to get into life unless this kid was sheltered. That's an odd thing for him to say. He was scared of a movie? All right. So I got all pumped up hearing them talk about Disclosure Day. So let's take a look at the trailer. I think we did this last week, but I want to do it. I want to do it, I said. Do it. Do it. Disclosure Day by Spielberg. Giddy up.
If you found out we weren't alone, if someone showed you, proved it to you.
Oh, earthquake.
Would that
yes.
frighten you?
I saw that in New York.
Good morning, Kansas City.
The seats shook.
Let's take a look at today. Today is today's.
People have a right to know the truth. It belongs to 7 billion people.
He's good.
What is it?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
8 billion.
So I'm gonna show you.
What are you gonna do?
Full disclosure to the whole world. All at once.
People keep wondering. Encountering the unknown.
They're coming! They're coming!
They are starved for the truth.
Do you think there could be others?
Why would he make such a vast universe?
Exactly.
Yet save it only for us?
Yep. So, oh, what's this? Hold on, I clicked on the next one by accident. I want to talk about that Spielberg Disclosure Day for a second, though. Look at this.
Have ordered all citizens to stay inside.
Eric? Honey, just don't think about it.
Just hold it in, buddy. Don't do this to me, Eric.
Just suck it back up there.
Clench those cheeks, bro. Just like we practiced pucker.
I believe
Pucker.
in you.
Inside. Pucker. No. Keep it in. No. Suppress it.
You can do it.
I can't. No, please no.
Go now. Get out of here. Get out. No. Get up.
This has to be a spoof, right?
Just don't fart. Just don't fart. Just don't fart. Just don't fart.
Remember, we're in this together. I'll always be by your side. Night.
Night. I love you.
Hmm.
Oh, that reeks. Tiff, what have you done?
It's okay. It didn't make a sound.
Yes, it did.
I didn't think it would smell. I'm sorry.
How could you know if it was going to smell or not? And that's not how any of this works. It's...
This is so stupid.
Come and get me,
No, the baby's gonna fart.
According to this, we should all be farting 10 to 20 times a day. This is just not sustainable. I don't see how we can survive like this any longer.
Andre, you gotta relax, okay? We're alive. We've made it this far. We just have to be smart. We gotta keep avoiding dairy, beer, and obviously beans. R.I.P. John. And we'll be good.
Oh, fuck.
Who are we if we can't hold them in?
We're the fart knockers.
We have to hold them in.
Stupid. We have to hold them in. So serious. That's awful. I don't like that. Let's get back to work. I thought that was a serious movie. So, a lot of people are getting hold on. I'm going to show you this. A lot of people are getting familiar with the grifter known as James Fox. James Fox has been grifting hard for almost 3 years. I seem to be one of the first people to say it. And now everybody sees it. How did that happen? That's right. We started a movement, I think. James Fox's new documentary, Moment of Contact, New Revelations, is nothing but a grift. The Benoit new thing in this documentary is the doctor's statement, which was already released. How do people get away with this? Let's hear what this gentleman has to say about the grifting James Fox. It's James Fox News with The Grift. Take it away, G.
Good evening, everybody. Happy Monday. Hope everyone's had a good day. I want to take everybody to the Moment of Contact. Now, the Moment of Contact is a
Is that the father from Family Ties with Alex P. Keaton? Michael J. Fox.
Documentary by James Fox, and it's all based on the Vagina incident. Now, this is where there was a small NHI being that was found by a police officer. The police officer unalived. It was witnessed by numerous people, and there was also a doctor that gave witness testimony as well. Now, roll on to 2025 today, and the Moment of Contact 2 New Revelations is out on Amazon. It is $9.99. Right? So, here's the advice for me. Do not buy it. Watch the Moment of Contact on YouTube, which is free. Because, James Fox, you are a grifter. There is absolutely nothing, and I mean nothing new in this documentary. You have added 40 minutes of bullshit. You've added congressional hearings, yeah, from years ago, which have already been covered. And then you add the statement from the doctor that was released with the clip. Everything else is old news from your first documentary. So guys, go out to YouTube. Watch the Moment of Contact for free. And then if you want, also search YouTube because it's got the Congress hearings on there. And if you want to watch them, you can watch them for free too. And if you want to, when you've watched it, give me a message because I'll send you the statement from the doctor so you don't have to waste a tenner of money watching something that you've already watched before. James Fox, you are a grifter, and everybody needs to know not to buy this shit documentary. Have a great day, everybody. I'll catch you all soon. Peace.
Amazing. Told you. The movement has begun. James Fox is done, but he's not. He'll never be done. He will always be remembered for I Know What I Saw and the other documentary. You know the two in the beginning. And Phenomenon. He's got good movies. Before anything after Phenomenon sucks. And Phenomenon, to be honest, it wasn't great. It was watchable, but nothing new. And this guy was right. There was only 4 things in that whole movie, which we already knew, that had any substance to the story, and everything else was filler. That's what James Fox gave us. As a matter of fact, every UFO movie that's come out they're doing it wrong. They're doing it wrong. And I'm saying that. I'll keep saying it. You're doing it wrong. You guys, I know the Cousins brothers, they're very successful with their movies. They're all pretty much the same movie, though. They've got a template, and it follows, with the music and the theatrics of, the B-roll footage and, the main guy talking, and then you go back to stuff that runs along with what they're saying. You show Congress, you show UFOs buried in the sand, and then we've got, they can make your arm grow back, show an arm growing. It's the same thing over and 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 over. It's Superman, basically. Anytime a director gets a contract to make a Superman movie, what do? They try to remake the original again. Who is this guy? Bernie Muro throwing down a $2 super chat. I didn't even know those were still on. Thank you very much, B. Bernie Muro, a continuing supporter of Goof On. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year to you and yours and those in between. Thanks, Bernie. And I don't know, I think Dorothy sent one earlier. Thank you for the $2. I don't know if it was just a comment or something, but I'm saying it just in case because you usually do that. So thank you, Dorothy, as well, if I forgot. Thank you, Bernie. Thanks, everybody, for being here tonight. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't and you're new here. I know you may be thinking, I don't want to support this guy. It's the right thing to do, believe it or not. I'm the only one in the whole universe who's always telling you how it is. Yep. Because I don't have any ties to any one person in this field. Like if I was friends with Lou Eliganzo, what do you think I'd be doing? Oh, come on, you guys. Lou's a great guy. He's not doing anything wrong. So what? Everybody's got stories. That's what I would be doing. I'd be supporting him. And I'd be lying at the same time. And that's what I don't like about emotions. That's why Lou doesn't like it when people don't say he's doing a good job, because he's not used to hearing that. He's used to people saying, good job, Lou, good job, great, attaboy, because they just tell him what to do and he does it. Yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Anything for you, ma'am. Is that your boots? Let me lick them. Thank you, ma'am. And James Fox is a grifter now. He said that Varginha, Brazil, is the best evidence of all time. Really? The best? Hey, happy 2025. Say it ain't so. Thank you for the $5 super chat. We round up here. Positivity. Thank you very much. Again, as in previous months, weeks, you are a continuing supporter. Thank you. Happy 2025. And happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, and all that stuff to everybody. You too. Thank you very much. That was very nice of you. And a Happy New Year. Thank you. That was nice. I'd appreciate that a lot, I do. All right, so let me pull this up now, because wait a minute. I'm lost. Where did that go? All right, here we go. Pull this up. James Fox says it's the best evidence. I don't know why I'm... Okay, wait a second. I don't know. There's a reason why I pulled this up. Let me just take a look here. Here we go, guys. So, from Interstellar on X, Bombshell, from UFO filmmaker James Fox on Jesse Michaels' American Alchemy podcast. He says, there's no more credible crash retrieval case with actual alien bodies like the Varginha, Brazil, 1996. What a piece of Shiite lying right there. That's a lie. That's a lie. There is no alien. Multiple eyewitnesses, including military, doctors, and civilians, saw live creatures captured after a UFO crash. One allegedly died in a hospital from contact with humans, Brazil's Roswell, but with way more direct witnesses. James Fox, director of the phenomenon in Moment of Contact, has been chasing new leads, including alleged video footage of the being. Is Varginha the smoking gun we've been waiting for, or the ultimate cover-up? What do you think? Most credible UFO case ever?
Extraterrestre dita que trata-se de extraterrestre.
Estranha criatura foi capturada e depois
Creature was captured.
I can't think of a crash retrieval case with live aliens better than Varginha. Every single bit of testimony from separate people from all over the area all fits perfectly. It's like putting together a piece of puzzle, right?
I think if this were a murder case, you'd have more than enough evidence.
Right here. The alien was alive in this bed right here. Knowing that you sat in the hospital room with a live captured alien and had direct telepathic communication.
Not provable, horrible evidence. You couldn't put anybody away with that evidence if there was a murder trial and you're using that as an example of the evidence. Horrible. How can people say such things? Things, I tell you. It's very strange. Because it just makes me so angry. You have no idea. Do you? Do you really understand how mad I am? It bothers me. And I know I'm not supposed to be annoyed by it. I know. But it is very, very annoying. Because these guys are making millions of dollars. Yeah. Look at this. Look. Let me show you this. Another one on the Varginha, alien, Brazil, whatever. Pull this up. See if it's... Oh, wait. Did this... Okay, this might be a different clip, so let's just listen in. James Fox needs to understand we're not buying his shit anymore. He's done. He's done in ufology.
This guy's just going full Komodo. He's just saying, the hell with it. Whatever the consequences. This is what happened. I was here. I sat with it in this bed, right here in this room, for 3 to 4 minutes.
Menores do que a nossa, braço menor do que o nosso, o rosto menor do que o nosso. Uma criança de 7 anos, vamos dizer assim.
After several minutes of interaction with the being, in this exact ICU at Hospital Regional, Dr. Italo told us the military burst in and took the being, then threatened the hospital staff to remain silent.
Ask him how it feels to be sharing this information after 29 years.
E como é que o senhor se sente de estar dividindo essa informação agora depois de... Feels like crying.
Excuse me. É o seu sobrinho. É diferente de nós. Não tem maldade. Não vi maldade nenhuma ali.
What? That's so cool. If that's real, seems like it is. That's really cool. You know, that's a good story. Unfortunately, James Fox, doesn't have the evidence to back it up. But that guy was pretty believable, and I believe him. I do too. I believe him. I have this interesting UFO video. I've never seen anything like it. Well, maybe I have. It's called Weird UFO Watching the Moon. Yeah, wait till you see this weird thing. I don't know what to think anymore. I really don't. Come on, Richie. It's coming up. Check this out.
Oh my God, look at that.
That's it
It's
right
just
there.
sitting up there.
I can't even. It's so big. It looks like a capsule. Right?
Yo, it's still just like...
Dude, that's crazy. Get in focus.
I'm trying. It keeps blurring when I zoom.
This is going on TikTok for sure.
And YouTube. Look at it, man. People got to see this.
It's not even making a
Keep
sound.
recording.
I don't get it.
Hey, mister, what is that?
That's cool. That's really
Misty. What in there? I'm recording it. What the hell is that?
It looks like they're in space, right? This is really bizarre. It reminds me of two universes overlapping. And what we're seeing is the other universe is actually space. And we're in space. It's being shown to us for some reason. Wouldn't that be weird? Yeah, I don't know what this object is. It looks like a capsule. An Apollo capsule. So maybe they're coming back in time? You know, I don't know. And how did they get lined up with the moon so perfectly? You know what I mean?
What in the world is that? I have no idea.
That is cool. I don't know what it is. Does anybody know? CGI, fake? It's buoyant, yeah. I don't think it's fake, guys. I think it's really there. So when you say it's fake, you know, I just say how. Wow, what makes you think it's fake? It just looks it? That's not good enough. It could be fake. I know. Anything could be fake nowadays. I hate it. All right, we're going to be back tomorrow night. We're going all week. I don't know about Christmas Day, though. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do Christmas Day. Football's on, and I really need to spend time with family more than ever. So, plus I need to give my throat a day off, man, after, yeah. But we'll be back tomorrow. Hey, thank you, moderators and super chatters. Thank you for hanging out, and veterans and newcomers. Thank you for hanging out and making the chat room enjoyable. Thank you for supporting the team. Appreciate everybody supporting the team. All right. Didn't get that time. And we're coming up to the end of the year. It's so weird. I can't wait. 25 was one of the worst years of my life. That sickness. It was awful. All right. We'll talk about me another time. Till then, if you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out for ufology. For ufology. It's sad. It's a sad world. See you later. Oh, yeah. Alien Bless. A little bit of rock and roll. Giddy up. Good night, everybody.